All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here once again. It's another opportunity for us to learn and grow. Congratulations to all of you that are here present. All the early birds that are here, I congratulate you for having the habit of always learning, and being there on time. Okay, so right now, I will be sharing my screen. We're sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, I want you to confirm. Okay. Come in. All right. Now, today's topic is going to be another powerful one that has to do with something very important with our business, which is handling objection. Handling objection. Can you see my screen? Okay, if you can see my screen, type yes on the chat box. If you can see my screen, all right, thank you very much. I think we are now good to go. We are now good to go. Okay, so you are welcome once again. Mastering objection in network marketing, how to follow up like a pro and answer any objection like an expert. That is what we're going to be learning here today. And you agree with me that our business is a business of objection, is a business of rejection. Not everybody that you talk to will accept your offer wholeheartedly. Most of the time, you will need to answer people's objection before they can sign up in your business opportunity. And that is the reason why we're going to be learning some professional techniques on how to follow your prospect up, especially during meeting after meeting. Okay. All right, so now let's move on. Let's move on. Are you ready now? Are you ready? Now, if you are ready, say, I'm ready. All right. Now, when it comes to answering objection, here are some of the things we're going to be learning today. And most probably, we're going to continue tomorrow because this is a very large, item that I'm going to be treating. Now, today, you're going to learn about rewiring your brain, how to befriend objection, so that you stand out from all other network marketers out there. Okay, you don't have to hate people objecting you. You don't have to hate it. Just fall in love with people objecting you. Because you know what? When somebody is objecting you, it makes that person, somebody has an objection about what you have, it makes the person have interest. People that doesn't really have interest in your program, in your opportunity, don't bother to object it. They just walk away. So we're going to be learning how to rewire your brain to objection. Then the 5 keys to success that you can model the 6-7-figure network marketer, even if you're just starting out. That is the secret on how you can, handle people's objection. All of that is what you're going to be learning today. Now, so let's go straight to the business of the day. Now, number 1 is reframing objections. Can somebody say reframing objection? Now, objections are opportunity. You need to know it. That objection is an opportunity. Stop hating objection. Stop being negative about somebody saying, forget, I beg you, all this thing, all this program, is it not that? When people object your offer, don't feel offended. Know it. Objections are opportunities. Now, opportunities about what? Opportunity to know the reason. If somebody is objecting you, he has whatever, if somebody have any reason why they can't get started, it's an opportunity for you to know the reason or the excuse why your prospect can't get started. Okay? If the person has already conversation, but in a negative manner. So this is an opportunity for you to know why your prospect can't get started. Objection is also an opportunity for you to know prospect's fear. And it is also an opportunity for you to know your prospect's concern. What is he concerned about? Okay? And objection is also an opportunity to answer. If somebody objects you, then it is an opportunity for you to answer the objection. So the question is, you as a person, are you prepared to answer those objections? Now, secondly, apart from objection being an opportunity, objection builds relationship and rapport. Please take notes. Number one, when somebody objects your offer, that is an opportunity for you to know what is their reason why they are objecting. It's an opportunity for you to answer their objection. And objection builds relationship and rapport. That is, if you handle it professionally, if you handle the objection professionally, if you handle it amicably, if you handle it friendly, then it will create a relationship. Have you just seen a situation whereby you handle somebody's objection and the person is like, in fact, I even like the way you answer my question. If it were another person, the person would have been offended. But I think you are a professional. I think I want to work with you. That's the rapport building techniques. When you handle objection professionally, you build rapport. Objection also educates your press. It's also an opportunity for you to educate your prospects. Educate your prospect, because it's only when you handle the objection professionally and you educate the person that you get to know more about the opportunity. Please take note. Anytime somebody is objecting your offer, don't feel offended. Don't feel offended. Don't get annoyed. Just smile. Tell yourself, it's an opportunity for me to create a relationship. This is an opportunity for me to educate this fellow. This is an opportunity for me to create rapport. And this is an opportunity for me to know why this person cannot get started now. What are his concerns? What are his fears? Objection is an opportunity for you to get all of these things. Are we learning? Now, anytime somebody objects you, you know what they are thinking? They are thinking, can I do it? Do I know anybody? Is this for real? Tell me, you people are making all this money. Is it possible for somebody to be making 200,000 naira in a day? Over 1.something million naira in a week? Is it possible? Can I get some support from you? No, now I see that you are a professional. I see you are good about it, but I'm not sure you can support me. What is the catch? What are you going to gain from asking me to come on board? What is your benefit? All of these are questions that are going on in the mind of your prospect. So it is now left for you to be able to handle that professionally. Objection also help you to add value. Don't forget, our business is a business of education and understanding. Hello? I will need to mute all. I think I forgot to just do that. I need to mute all of you. Need to mute all of you. Somebody is saying that. Are we together? So objection help you to add value. In the process of answering objection, you are going to educate the person better to have a better understanding of what we have. Then you have succeeded in adding value for that follow. Objection also help them to envision the future. There is a way you are going to paint a picture of you and these people doing something big together so that you can achieve greater things together. That opportunity for you to give them that vision is as a result of objection. If that person did not object you in the first instance, if the person just simply walk away, they're saying, excuse me, hello, man, hello, sir, why are you walking away from the meeting? Anything the problem? You want to use the toilet? You say, no, don't worry, and you walk away. That person didn't object you, and he didn't give you room to even answer his objection, to even find out what is his problem. So imagine somebody that's in your presentation, one person walk away in the middle of the presentation without bothering to even excuse himself. He just simply walk away, and you are running after him to find out what was his problem. And he didn't say anything, just said, no, don't worry, and he walked away. With another person that waited till the end of the presentation and started an argument with you to tell you that, I'm not sure this thing is working. You can't tell me people are making this kind of money. Now this thing may crash tomorrow. Between these two people, which one is better? Is it the person that walk away or the person that is raising an objection? Please put it in the chat box. Out of these two people, one person walk away in the middle of your presentation and you are calling him and he's not answering. Another person stayed in the end and is raising an objection and is asking questions, but negative questions. Out of these two people, which of these prospects is better for you? Which one offers you a better opportunity? Which one is likely to register? Very good. The one that is raising an objection is a better prospect. All you need to do is to handle that objection professionally. Educate the person, create rapport with the person, create a relationship with the person, find out what is his fear and allay his fear. Find out what are his excuses and, strike out those excuses. Eventually, you're going to get somebody registered. So as from today, always be happy when somebody is raising an objection about your offer. Are we learning? Are we learning? Now, objection allow you to bridge the gap. Objection allow you to bridge the gap. You are at this end of your business opportunity. You have a proper understanding of your business. Your prospect doesn't know nothing about your offer. Your prospect is pessimist or is negative about your opportunity. So it means there is a gap. He doesn't believe in what you have. He's not optimistic. He's kind of negative. So there is a gap between you and your prospect. Now, whose responsibility it is to fill that gap? It is your responsibility. So when somebody's raised an objection, that is an opportunity for you to bridge the gap between you and that prospect. Okay, so as from today, you need to reframe your mindset about objection. Please know it out from today that objections are opportunities for you to know what are the concerns of your prospect, for you to know what are the excuses of your prospect, for you to know what are the fears of your prospect, so that you can answer their questions, you can allay their fears, you can address their concerns. Objection build relationship and rapport. If you handle those objections professionally, it's going to create a rapport between you and that fellow. Objection also give you room to educate your prospect and add value to him. And objection help you to create a vision. You can envision that person. You can tell the person, you know what? Now that I've been able to answer your question, now that I've been able to allay your fears, we can do something together in our community, in our society, in our state. We can do great things together. Okay? So that is how objections help you to envision, to help them to envision their possible vision. Now, here are the 5 keys to success when it comes to answering objection. First of all, you need to know this. Our goal as a network marketers is not to argue with anybody. No matter how negative somebody is, never you argue with your prospect, because you can never win an argument. If you so much bombard that prospect with facts and figure and with a lot of testimonial to show him that he doesn't know nothing, a lot of evidences to prove to the audience that your prospect who is claiming to know doesn't know anything, and you eventually were able to make him glaring that he was stupid, he doesn't know nothing, and you are a master, you are a professional, and you are an achiever, and you show up all your achievers, all your achievements, and you ask that person, you in what you are doing, what have you achieved? What impact have you made in people's life? And you make him to look stupid, and people laugh at him. Tell you what, you have just succeeded in losing the argument, because you cannot make such a person that you made him to look stupid to register. He will never register because you already made him look stupid. You can only fulfill your ego. You can just fill your ego for nothing. That doesn't add money to your bank account. So our business is education and understanding. Educate your prospect, make him understanding what it stands to, benefit from your business opportunity, and help them to take a decision. Those are your goals. Can you please write it down? Your goal as a networker is education, understanding, and decision. Educate your prospects about the value of your network marketing business. Make them understand what they stand to benefit from your business, and help them to take decision to get started in your offer. Is that clear? Now let's move on. Now, here is the number one of key to success. Be a consultant. Key to success in answering objection. Be what? A consultant. Now, consultants are professionals. Consultants are people that are on top of their game. Now, imagine when you go to the hospital, you go to an hospital, and a medical consultant wants to diagnose you, or you just walk into his office, you greet him, good morning, sir, and he say, good morning. And the next thing, he just asks you, what is your name? You say, my name is Peter, my name is John, or my name is Abrazak. The next thing, he's just writing. He didn't ask you any question. He didn't ask you any question to diagnose you, to know what are your pains. He's just talking like a carpenter or like a garage person. And at the end, he says, ahead, so take this, go and collect this drug in the pharmacy department. How will you feel? How will you see such a person? Does he look like a consultant? No. Consultants ask questions. They diagnose before they prefer solutions. They use the right words. They don't just talk anyhow. Consultants take time to listen to their patients, to their clients, to their prospects. So you should also take time to listen. And consultants are always well dressed. They are dressed well. They are well dressed, so that the person who is coming to them will feel comfortable that this person looks like somebody that knows what he's doing. Imagine you walk into a medical doctor's office. No, I'm using the profession medical doctor because it has to do with life. It's critical. It's a critical profession. You are talking to a doctor, and the doctor has a cigarette hanging on his ear like this, and the whole office is smelling, of cigarette or Igbo, and he's talking like a garage boy. Will you be comfortable to give him your case? You know that this person is not a consultant. So please, always be conscious of your appearance. Always be conscious of what is coming out from your mouth. Anytime you are sitting before a client, so be a consultant. Can you type it on the chat box? Number one to key to success in answering objection, be a consultant. So here are the consulting triads. These are the three major aspects of being a consultant. Number one, a consultant uses the right words. He uses the right words. A consultant also uses the right tone. He doesn't talk What is happening to you? That is the tone of garage boys. Okay? As a matter of fact, if somebody is a garage boy, look at those people that are collecting, that are giving tickets to Okada people on the street. Do you see them talking with good English? Do you see them talking in a low tone? No. If they talk normally, nobody is going to collect tickets from them. Nobody is going to pay them. They are not being professional that way. For them to be professional, they have to talk in that kind of, husky, voice. They have to talk that way they talk. For them to create an impression that, look, he is mad, that he is crazy, that if you do nonsense, he's going to deal with you. You better give him, his money now, collect this ticket and give his money now. They are being professional in their own line of business. But you, as a consultant, that you want to provide solution to somebody's financial problem, or you want to provide solution to somebody's health challenge, your own tone must not resemble that of a garage boy. You must talk like somebody who is a seasoned professional, a seasoned networker. Okay? You have to talk calmly, and your posture is also very key. You have to talk with confidence. You are not supposed to be talking and you are, cringing like this. You are looking down. You are not proud of yourself. So here are the three things that consultant with. They call the consulting trials. The three major objects or character or traits that you look at for in a consultant. Number one, they talk professionally. They use the right words. They use the right time. And they use the right tone. And they have a very good posture. Are we learning? Another key to answering objection, to becoming successful in answering objection, is don't walk away too fast. Don't walk away too fast. Don't assume this person is a negative person just because he answered a negative question. If somebody asks you just one negative question, and for that reason, you just made up your mind that this person is not the right person you are looking for, and you walk away. And just because you are told some will, some won't, so what? Don't be in a hurry to say next. No. Take time to undo the objection. Find out what is the problem with them. If they are so negative, ask them, sir, Amma, it seems you have an experience about network marketing. It seems you had one negative experience before. Has somebody ever duped you or cheated you or offended you in network marketing? Have you done network marketing before that made you to be embittered about, the whole thing? Try to find out what is their problem they had with your business opportunity. Have you done something like this before and you were disappointed? Find out from them. Don't be in a hurry to say, this one that is asking questions like this one that is not listening, this one that is pressing his phone. Before now, anytime I see a prospect that is pressing his phone during opportunity meeting time, I used to assume that such a person is a negative person that are not teachable, that is not ready to learn. But of recent, I come to discover that some people take notes with their phone. These days, it is very common to see people that are taking notes. So that person that is taking notes of the speaker with his phone is more professional, is more quality in terms of prospects than the other person who is not even listening or who is just looking at it, at the speaker. Somebody is listening, but another person is listening and jotting down things. Such a person is a green type that wants information, is a quality person. Such a person will have good questions to ask you at the end of the presentation. And don't be surprised when such a person is bombarding you with questions. All you need to do is be a professional that will be good enough to handle those objections. So don't walk away too fast. Don't be in a hurry to walk away from a negative prospect or a prospect that is posing an objection. Then understand your job. As a networker, you need to know what is your job. Your job, like I've told you earlier on, is to educate your prospect. Number two, your job, that is, what are you educating them about? Is to educate them about the nature of network marketing. Somebody can ask you, where are they making this money from? Where is the money coming from? All this money you said they will be paying us, where is the money coming from? It's your job to say, you know what? Before now, the natural way or the conventional way of distribution of goods and services is to move products from manufacturer to wholesaler, from wholesaler to retailer, from retailer to final consumer. And all of these middlemen help to increase the cost of goods and services. And it costs the company a lot. But in network marketing, these middle people has been eliminated. And in the traditional channel of movement of goods and services, the company spends a lot of money on advertisement. But here in network marketing, goods and services are moved from the manufacturer to final consumer. And the final consumer are to use this product or services and share their experiences with their friends and family and neighbor to serve as advertiser. So what we do is word of mouth advertisements. So all the millions and billions of naira that could have been going for advertisement on radio, on TV, on billboards, on newspaper is what they are sharing to us as a rep, as a distributor. That is a simple explanation as to where the money is coming from. Instead of you picking an offense, so don't you understand? I say when you bring somebody and they say they will pay you and you're asking me where the money is coming from. Okay, so your job as a veteran networker is to help them understand the nature of your business. Okay, next, educate the uninformed. Your job is to do what? Educate the uninformed. It is not everybody that understands network marketing. It is not everybody that has done network marketing before. Don't assume this person is supposed to know now. Aren't you educated? You are supposed to know what network marketing is all about. You're supposed to know what is connected economy. No. Our job is to help the blind people to see. There are those that are actually blind about network marketing. They have a closed mind about network marketing. Not because they have done network marketing business before, not because they have lost money through network marketing, but unfortunately, they have lost money through some scams, some Ponzi schemes that has to do with referring people. There's also have referral mechanism. So when you also told them this one too has to do with them referring their friends and family because they have done something similar in the past, they will assume it's the same thing. And because of their bad experience, they already have a totally blocked sight and mind about this business. So your job is to remove that fold in their eyes and tell them and say, look, what you have done before is MMM. MMM is not a business, it's a Ponzi scheme. Can you tell me what is their product? What are their services? They don't have any product, they don't have any service. But our home company has product. Our home company has service that we render. Our home company is fully registered in Nigeria with physical offices that you can visit. Ponzi scheme doesn't have any physical office. You make them understand. You make them realize their mistake, and you tell them that this is totally different. That way, you'll be able to help the blind to see our business opportunity. It is all a learning experience. There is never a negative experience. Okay? When somebody has a negative experience and they are bitter about it, it's your job to let them know, you see, now that I have given you the difference between what you have done before and what we have right now, I believe you now know the difference between the two. I believe you now have a proper understanding. Okay, at least the one you have done before is an experience for you to know, appreciate this one now. Okay, it is all a learning experience. When somebody is negative about your offer, it's a learning experience. You just try to handle it professionally. If you cannot handle it and you lose the person, you can go back to your leader and ask, my leader, this was a question somebody asked, and this was how I answered it. And still at the end, the person was not convinced. And I know this person has the money, and I know the person can do the business. So let your leader now say, okay, don't worry, next time such a person asks you this question, this is how to handle it. Or when you read a book about that, or you search about it on the internet, don't forget that you can search virtually about anything on the internet today, especially when you are using ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Okay, you can ask ChatGPT, how can I professionally answer a question of this in network marketing? When somebody asks me this question like this in network marketing business, how can I professionally answer the question to make him understand better and take a decision to join me? You'll be surprised that ChatGPT will give you a lot of professional response to that. Okay, or the easiest one is to ask from your leader. Understand why people object. Number one, hello. Now we need to know, why do people object? Why on earth will people object? Why on earth will people object? This business that is as good as this, why on earth? You will believe that somebody will just be embracing it. Why would somebody object and offer a very good offer like this, where they stand a chance of becoming a billionaire, starting with less than 50,000 and just learning some skills, just about half a dozen skills, and somebody can become a billionaire, and somebody can be traveling out internationally? Why will anybody with his right sense object such a thing? Here are the reasons. Please take it. Number one, some people object just to sound smart. Please write it down. They object just to do what? To sound smart. Haven't you seen why, when you are presenting and when you finish closing and somebody say, please, I have a question. I have a question. I say, please don't worry, I'm going to answer your question. Don't worry, I will sit with you to answer all your questions. You now close down, you do your selection, and people went to pay, and you have just few people left in the hall. And you now say, okay, mister, I can now hear you. What are your questions? And the person will be offended, will take offense, say, now that everybody has gone, you're not asking me to know what are my questions. At least you should have allowed me to ask that question that time, so that so many people can benefit. What is he trying to do? He wants to look smart before your audience. He wants to look smart. And that kind of person is very dangerous. You never can tell the kind of questions he has. He may not even ask a question. He may not have a question. He may just have an opinion. When he raised up his hand, he only said he has a question. But by the time you say, okay, what is your question? You now say, when you were presenting to us, you say that this business came all the way from Philippines, and you say that this business has done this. He will start repeating everything that the speaker has presented. What is he trying to do? He's trying to show people that he's intelligent, and he has captured everything you have said, and he can say it in your own way, in his own words. And at the end, the next thing you may hear from the person, all these days, one has to be very careful. There are so many scams out there. Before you know it, negativity will start spreading in the hall. Some people who doesn't have opinion of their own, who cannot discern the right from the wrong, is say, yes. Hey, thank God we have somebody who is very intelligent among us. Yes, be our speaker. Yes, tell them. Yes, query them. Fire them. That's how you're going to lose so many people. So, some of the reason why people object is not because they don't like the business, but they just want to sound to be smart. How can you handle such a person? Professionally, tell the person, please, sir, I know you may have a very important question. Please just permit me to finish this closing. There are some people here who doesn't have any question, and they might be in a hurry. So in order not to keep them longer, let's quickly wrap this up. Then I'm going to give you enough time to answer your question. So don't pick any question while the presentation is going on. Don't answer any question until you have finished closing, until people that are left there are people who doesn't have money, and you have also shared your what is it called? You have taken your reservation name list. Yes, you have shared your name list with them for them to get started with their contacts. if they didn't have money. You have done all the closing. And you are damn sure that people remaining here are just not ready. The time is not just right for them now. That is when you can now say, okay, sir, please, what is that your question? And it's even better that you go and sit down with such a person. Say, okay, please, for those of you that have questions, please come to this side. Those of you who doesn't have questions, please continue with what you are writing. Understand? You now answer them one-on-one. And when such a person still asks questions before any other person, and is just repeating what you have, or is just asking negative question, don't take offense. Don't fire him back. Just the first thing for you to do is to ask every other person there to clap for him. Say, wow, that was a very important question. Please help me to put your hand together for you. Wow. In fact, the way you ask this question means that you have experience about this business. He may say, no, I don't have any experience. It's just it's a common sense now. What is difficult? What is, say, wow, you must be very, very intelligent. Okay, now coming to your question, you now answer it professionally. Make him feel good. That's what he wants to achieve. The moment you tell him that he's so smart, that he has just asked a very important, intelligent question. In fact, you love working with people like him. You see him adjusting his tie. You see him dressing, dressing himself like the man on your screen right now, smiling from here to here. Yes, hey, yes, you should understand. You think, don't you know I'm a graduate? He wants to show up. Appreciate him and answer the objection professionally. You are likely to win him over. Okay? Another reason why people ask questions is seeking clarification. It's not everybody that is raising objection or asking question that is negative. He may ask it in a negative manner. He may not know that he's being negative the way he asked the question. Okay? Like for instance, if somebody asks you, see, this business, I want to ask, what if I do not get somebody to register? What if I start now and I do not get somebody to register? The person just wants to know his faith. Some people just innocently wants to know what is their faith. They want to know whether you are good enough about this business, whether you can really protect their interest, whether their money is guaranteed. They're not going to lose their money. It's protected. So it is not left for you to say, oh, let's please put your hands together for this guy. Anytime somebody asks any question, ask people to put your, say, in fact, appreciate them. You say, do you know why I ask people to clap for you? I know this question you have just asked right now is the question that most people normally have in their mind. You immediately see people nodding their heads, say, yes, so, yes, so. He said, but in your own case, you didn't just have it in the mind. You are confident enough to ask me, and I'm very glad that you asked it. For you to even say that, it shows that you are confident. It shows that you know how to handle that. Okay, the person will begin to mellow down. Understand? You begin to calm down. You will be calming down his spirit, saying he has asked a very key question. And in fact, the same question he has, every other people have it, but they are not proud enough to ask it. You start to feel important. You now say, you know what? You remember during the presentation, we said that we have a system. And the only question we are going to ask you is, will you follow our system? Sir, I want to ask you, will you follow our system if you eventually get started? You say, why not? I'll follow the system. In as much as you're going to follow the system, it is not possible that you're not going to get people. It is not possible. Except if you do not follow the system. So you give them a story about system. Give them a story about system. Like, for example, a phone that has, that kind of old GSM phone that has red button and green button. You can ask him, what is the red button meant for? Say for call. If a baby boy press the green button once, what does he do? It brings out the last die number. If that baby press the green button the second time, what is that baby doing? He's already making a call. So he said, you tell him that system does not respect anybody. In as much as you follow the system, system will work for you. If you do not follow the system, system will not work for you. So in as much as you're going to follow our system, you get people. So people might just be asking questions for clarification, not just that they are negative. So handle it professionally. People need time to understand. The reason why some people object is that they need time to understand. So it's your responsibility to tell them that by delaying their decision. By going back home, they are going to be wasting their time, and they may end up asking questions from the wrong fellow. Okay? You can ask them, if somebody have teeth problem, who is he supposed to meet between carpenter and a dentist? He said dentist. Now, what if the person meets a carpenter? What do you think will happen to him? The person will just use chisel to remove the teeth for him. Say yes. So that is to tell you that if you have any question now, I am the right person for you to ask. Don't waste your time going back home saying you want to go and think about it. If you are thinking about it, it means you just want to answer your own question by yourself. So it's better you ask me all the questions that you have right now. Now, and if I may ask you, sir, which one question or one or two questions that if I answer them now, you will get started immediately? Be bold enough to ask people, what is their question? That is after you have closed normally. You don't ask for question immediately you finish presentation. No, you have to close. Some people who are already paying before you now start, answering questions to gain those people. So answering question or asking objection, one of the keys to succeed in raising objection is know that people just need time to understand. Okay, let's move on. Limiting beliefs. Some people have limiting beliefs about network marketing. Some people have limiting beliefs about themselves. So you need to understand different types of limiting beliefs and how to handle them. That's part of the thing that we're going to learn probably by tomorrow. And people raising objection can also be as a result of reflex action. Some people are just reacting to what you are doing. It's not as if they intentionally want to ask questions. Just like this image now, if you eat an object on somebody's nail, unconsciously, the person is not aware that you want to do that. If you eat it, even if he's aware, if you eat it, naturally the leg will jack up. It's a reflex action. So it is in nature of some people because of their smartness. Anytime you see somebody who is raising an objection or somebody who is asking questions, that is a smart fellow. You don't want to have a dumb person in your business. So it is your responsibility to answer those objections professionally. So some people are just asking questions or raising objections as a result of a reflex action, just unconsciously. They didn't really mean to ask questions, but they are just the type that cannot just shut their mouth without, saying their own opinion, without finding out critically what they want to get into. And expect, don't project. Can somebody say expect, don't project? Now, what does it mean? Anytime you are sitting with your prospect one-on-one, after you have finished closing, you can expect them asking negative questions, no problem. They can ask, just if they ask any negative question, welcome it, but don't project it. Like for instance, if you finish presentation with somebody and you're now saying, now that there is no cash in the circulation, with all this scarcity of cash now, and even the app, where do they go now? How are we going to do now? I don't know whether you will try, whether your app will go, or are you sure you'll be able to pay? This one that is scarcity in Nigeria, you are already projecting negativity to them. Don't project negativity by yourself. Don't assume somebody doesn't have money. If he's a friend, I'm saying, I know that things are hard for you now. I know that you just lost your job. How are you going to do it now? This one, you just lost your job. Adibi, you have not lost your job. Now, maybe you would have used part of your salary to do it. You are projecting negativity yourself. Stop being in people's pocket. Get out of people's pocket. Assume that they have money. That person you are projecting negativity to, you don't know whether the person just collected a contribution. You don't know whether somebody just dashed him money. You don't know whether the person has just sold one of his property. You don't know what decision he has just taken in his life. You don't know what is going on in his life. So expect negativity from people, and so that you can handle it, professionally, but don't project. And don't set up objection for yourself. I think I partly answered this one. Don't set up objection by yourself. Don't tell somebody, you that don't know how to talk, are you sure you're going to do this business? You that don't know people, How are you going to do it now? Because this business requires you to know people. I remember an instance one day, something very funny. A leader from Abuja linked me with one woman that is very influential in Kwara State here. This thing happened about 3 or 4 years ago. A leader linked me with a woman and said, please help me to help this my downline in Ilori there with you. She's so influential and she has money. She knows a lot of people that matters in Ilori. I think the woman has been around for some time in Ilori and she's very influential. So eventually she got to my office and she brought a prospect. And when we finished presenting to that prospect, and we were sitting together during meeting after meeting, and I was asking that prospect objection. The woman just, interject into our conversation. I said, hey, my friend, this business is good as you see, but if you cannot get people, you are finished. Can you imagine that? He said the business is very good, but if you cannot get people, you are finished. My head just, I just had something hitting my head, dagam, as if I was hitting with a hammer. I said, madam, please, can you allow me to handle this? At the end of the day, she has already sold negativity to that person. The person, no matter what I said, that person didn't yield. So after they're about to leave, I called her by the side. I said, madam, business that you want me to convince your brother, your sister, your friends to join, you are telling her that she's finished if she doesn't get people. What are you trying to tell her? That was when she now realized her mistake. Now says she's very sorry. So, and please, let's learn that lesson. Anytime you are with your leader, even if you think your leader is not addressing things, hello, are we together? In as much as you know you cannot do the talking by yourself, you cannot do the close down by yourself. You are doing meeting after meeting. You are the one that introduces your leader to your prospect to help you close the thing. Even if your leader does not know what he's saying, even if your leader doesn't seem to understand his question, don't interject, don't interfere. Try to watch your leader to the head. Just stand the pain, even if you feel he's not doing it right. Stand the pain, keep quiet. Because you never can tell whether your leader is just being professional. He's just trying to diagnose further before he can handle it, and you mess up things. You don't know whether he's trying to understand the nature of that person or he's trying to avoid a certain thing. Okay? Are we learning? What they are really saying, anytime somebody is objecting you, this is what they are really saying. When somebody says, I don't have money, it's not really money. What he's actually saying is, you haven't showed me enough value to justify my money. So it is your responsibility to give them more convincing, approach, to give them more testimonial, share more stories. When somebody says, I don't have enough time, what they are saying indirectly is, you haven't showed me enough value to justify my time. So show them. If people feel, man, this is more than worth my time. Man, this is more than worth my value. I mean, this value I'm getting here is more than what I'm going to pay. They will pay for it and they'll bring out time. Okay? So those are the 5 keys to success that I've been able to share with you. Number 1, be a consultant. Don't walk away too fast. Understand your job and know why people object. Understanding your job, don't forget your job is to help people understand. Your job is to educate people and make them understand what they stand to benefit in our business. And your job is to also help them to take their decision. Okay? And don't don't project negativity to your people. So guys, here are the 4 steps. The last thing, here are the 4 steps to handling objection. Number 1, you need to understand that there are only 2 objections. Anything anybody say about your business, whether they say, I don't have money, I don't know any person, my place is far, I don't have money for that, network marketing is a Ponzi scheme, it is haram, anything people say negatively about your business, why they cannot join your business, You can group them into two. You can group them into limiting beliefs about self or limiting beliefs about network marketing. Is it that the person doesn't believe in himself or he doesn't believe in network marketing? He doesn't believe he can do it. Or he may believe that he doesn't have enough time to do it. It is still about self. He doesn't believe that he has the time to, the money to register. It is still about self. He doesn't believe that he have enough contacts to succeed in the business. It is still about self. But when somebody is saying, are you sure this thing is working? He's talking about his limiting belief about network marketing. If somebody is saying it's a Ponzi scheme, it's a limiting belief about network marketing. If somebody is saying it's a ram, it's a limiting belief about network marketing. If somebody say I've done this kind of thing before and it doesn't work, it is a limiting belief about network marketing. So anytime somebody is objecting, the possibility that you're going to be able to handle it professionally is that you must be able to place them first. Which side do they belong? Is it a limiting belief about self or limiting belief about what? Are you together? Or is it a limiting belief about network marketing? So here is step one. We're going to talk more about this grouping different kind of objections and how to answer them tomorrow. But here are the first major steps on how to handle the objection. Number one, listen. Can somebody say listen? You need to listen first. Listen to your prospect. What does he have to say? Don't quickly, stop them. Allow them to pour out their minds. When you allow them to talk, that's when you can now know how to address their fear, their objection, their concerns. Okay? Then number two, relate with them. Show them that you understand the angle where they are talking from. You feel with them. In fact, something like that has happened to you before, or something like that has happened to somebody that you know before. You have to relate. Let them understand that you relate with them. You properly understand what they are giving you. Then number three is to tell stories. Can somebody say tell stories? You need to share stories that is similar to what they are asking, the experience they have, and how you handle them or how somebody else handle them. You have to answer their objection with a story. Okay? Then you ask a question. And what is that question? If I, would you? If I, would you? Now, let me give you a practical about this. Now, if somebody says, there is no money in society now. After all the complaining, listen very well. You can now say, it's true. In fact, what you are talking about, it has happened to me. This is what happened to me in the past. I didn't have money to register to. I sold my phone. I sold my gold. The jewelries that they used to do Yahoo for me is what I sold. Or I borrowed money. Or I know somebody that sold his phone. And you know what? After selling his phone, the person gets started and he started doing the business crazily. Because he needs to get back his phone. And guess what? Instead of getting money to buy his phone, the man made 3 million naira. Made 1 million naira in 3 months. You can share the story of Engineer Rash. You can start the story of or any leader that you know that has one life before, good touching story, and life after that can relate, that is similar to the objection the person is raising. That's how to listen, relate, tell story, and now ask him, if I showed you how you can do this business successfully in such a way that you don't have to be talking to people by yourself, will you do it? That is for somebody who say, I don't know how to talk. What if we help you to do the talking while we are training you and you'll be making money while you are still learning? Will you be willing to do the business? Will you be willing to give it a trial? That's about somebody who is saying, I don't know how to talk. So you listen to them, you relate to their question, tell them, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. And this is what happened to me. This is what I discovered. Now you now ask the question, what if I show you another way you can go about it without you having to come to office every day? For those who are saying, I don't have time, what if I show you a guaranteed way to do the business online, just on your phone, and you'll be making money and be smiling to back? Will you give it a trial? So you must end with a question. And the person will say, okay, yes, I think it makes sense for me to try. They'll say, okay, fine. Which of these packages are you going to start with? Is it 7 or 15? Don't assume somebody will start with small package. Some people might have the money, so don't push small package to them. Okay, so the first step to handle objection is number one, listen to them, relate with them, tell stories, and ask questions and ask a question. So guys, thank you. God bless you. That is where we're going to be wrapping up the first aspect about answering objection today. By God's grace, tomorrow we are going to be talking more about different kind of objections. Different kind of objection. We're going to be treating about up to 10 or more, 20 different kind of objection. Common objections that people normally have. Common questions that people ask. We're going to look at them. We're going to be grouping them, be able to know whether it is self-limiting belief or they belong to self-limiting belief about self or self-limiting belief about network marketing. All right. Are we learning? Now, right now, I want to quickly ask you a question. All of these things that you have been learning so far, are you actually applying it in your business? Are you applying it in your business? I want to ask you. Okay, put it in the chat box. I have been learning. Are you be applying it in your business? I need somebody that is very sure. Okay, Prosuliat all the way from Shaki said she has been applying. Okay, who else? Who else? Keep it coming. For those of you at the project center, if you have been learning, we have been talking about our system of building business, our preparation. We've done prep 101. We have done factors that affect effective invitation and all that in the last, couple of weeks. Have you been learning? Those of you that are joining us direct, and please, I want leaders to be joining us direct on Zoom. Leaders, you must be joining us direct on Zoom. It is beginners who cannot afford to, buy data and all that are supposed to be joining on, in the project center and be, watching it for free. Leaders are supposed to be joining direct on Zoom. All right, so that we can really make it interactive. Now, Alaji Ango, so is it only Prosuliat and Alaji Ango that are still with me right now, direct with their phone? Or do you want me to start calling names? Let me look at those who are really directly with me online here. Engineer Rash is here. Abdulaziz, one Pro Abdulaziz is here. One Shukra Azal is here. The Roya, you are here. I can still see your screen. Okay, Sherifa Tadiola, you are here. Ola Rewaju Kamal. Oni Ali Sadebisi. Ajiboye Bola, yes. Where are you? I want you to tell me, have you been applying what you are learning? Have you been applying what you are learning? Tell me in your chat box. People at the project center, I'm coming to you, but I want to talk to some of these individuals first. Okay, right now, I want to, the Roya, very good. The Roya, I'm going to unmute you right now. I'm going to unmute you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Tell us one thing. Hello? I've asked you to unmute yourself. Tell us one thing that you have learned in the last couple of days. Quickly. You are not unmuting yourself. Don't tell me you are running away from question. Or maybe it's at working place that you cannot answer question. If you know you are sure of yourself, can you raise up your hand? Can you raise up your hand? I have learned some things in the couple of days and I am learning it. If you don't know how to raise up your hand, just click on those icons. Click on your screen for those icons to show. Anywhere on your screen for the action to show. Then you can see reactions. On the reaction, you will see raise hand. You just click raise hand. Okay, Alaji Ango is raising his hand. Aminat, Pro Aminat is also raising. Okay, let's take Alaji Ango first. Okay, you can now unmute yourself. Am I technical room? Am I still the host here? Am I the host or co-host? Okay, I am host. What's happening? I'm trying to. Okay, let me unmute everybody. Pro Aminat or Alaji, can any one of you unmute yourself?
Unmute.
Okay, Pro Aminat, yes. Let me mute other people so that to avoid this echo. Now, Pro Aminat, now unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself. Just unmute yourself. Every other person is muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, sir.
Okay, great.
Good morning.
Morning.
For the past few days, we've learned so much, sir. And we appreciate all the trainings you are giving us.
Thank
Especially
God.
today, when we talked about how to handle an objection of our prospects, God values. So from what we have discussed, I've been able to learn how to use the steps stated for us to handle our objection to respond to our prospects. So we are very grateful, sir. We appreciate
Thank you. Now, I want to be sure you have learned from the past presentations or the past training. I want to ask you this question. How can you give me some of the things that one needs to do to prepare before invitation? What are some preparation that you can do before making calls? Others in the whole radio, I'm going to call names and you answer.
One must to prepare the list of those to call. Then one must be able to understand what to say. That is what you are going to tell the prospect while you are calling them. That the different scripts give you should be able to perfect.
Is that all? Can you give me some of the preparation? Maybe one or two preparation. Anybody who is sure, one of the preparation that I talk about during prep 101. Alaji Ango, can you answer that, sir? Some of the preparation that you can do, can you please unmute yourself? I've asked you to unmute yourself. Okay. We should be able to hear you now. Yes. You are now unmuted, Alaji. Can you talk?
Hello.
Check your mic. Just talk.
Mrs. Salo.
Huh? Just talk now. Your mic is on.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Morning, sir. Oh yeah, give us now one of the best way to prepare when you want to make a call for a recommendation list. Somebody has recommended some list. What are the things that you need to do to prepare yourself? There are about 4 different ways I talk about to prepare. Maybe I should give you one hint. One is mentally preparation. You have to be mentally prepared. Give me other kind of preparation. Now, wow. It's like the network have saved him now. Any other person that can help us? Okay, there is one Mr. Akindipo Olaniyi. Champion Akindipo Olaniyi. Can you unmute yourself? Alaji, you are back now. Your mic is not on. Our time is fast spent. Okay, Prosuliat, are you still there? Prosuliat all the way from Saki PC. Champion Olani, what is problem? Can you hear me? Can somebody tell me what is brand ambassador initiative? What is brand ambassador initiative? If you know it, raise up your hand. Pro Suliat, are you back? I can't see her. Okay. Pro Suliat, can you unmute yourself? Unmute ara Pro Suliat say one be kí la ń pè ní brand ambassador initiative. I don't know what is. When I was talking, network was flowing. Now that I'm asking people questions, network started having problem. Okay, no problem. We have to wrap it up here today because our time is fast spent. We still have our affiliate class to go into. All right, so assignment for today. Please, here is your assignment. Give me 10 different objections, 10 to 20, minimum of 10. If you can write 20 objections. 20 objections that you know people normally have about our business. Any negative objection, any excuse that people normally have about our business. Write all of them. Give me 20 of it. Write it out tomorrow. Have it before you. I am going to help you to answer all of them so that in the future, any question whatsoever anybody asks you, you should be able to answer them. Are you okay with that? Are you happy now? Whether somebody say it's a Ponzi scheme, somebody say it's not working, somebody say I can't do it, I don't have money, I don't know people, I don't have time. Any negative objection, any objection whatsoever that people have, give me all the objection that you have and come with it tomorrow. We are going to group them. Then we are going to tell you how, I'm going to personally tell you how to answer them professionally so that you can also be a professional at answering objection. All right, so guys, that is what we have for today. Thank you all for being here till this time. God bless you. See you same time tomorrow.